it was lunch, and the principal of the school uh, tackled this guy um, because I guess he thought that it was like not noticeable, but he was fingering the principal's daughter at the lunch table. They were like sitting next to each other and he was fingering her. And the principal ran over and fucking tackled this dude. It's
What
the
the
funniest
fuck
shit
in
ever.
the... Dude, that sounds so deprived and so sexually degenerate. Like, what the... Does that?
Yeah, dude. My first school was fucking absolutely wild. I mean, not even just that stuff, but like, I mean, yeah, it was pretty sexually depressed. Like, there was a lot of sexuality happening. I guess, yeah, in like middle school and stuff. Um, yeah, I was telling Clem there was a kid who like the summer between our 7th and 8th grade, or 6th and 7th grade. I think it was 7th and 8th grade. He um he killed both of his parents.
Holy shit!
Um,
You did...
yeah,
Whoa.
yep.
Started the story off like that, okay.
Yeah, he like killed both of his parents. The
But, like, context,
story,
though.
yeah, the story is that like he well, it was known that he like his parents were like abusive towards him. Like everybody kind of knew that. And then like I guess the story is that like
Holy
he
shit.
he got like his uh his dad was like trying to beat him and like had a knife on him. And then I guess somehow this kid like got the knife away from his dad and then like killed his dad um with the knife
Shit. What the fuck?
and then like he got the like his parents like gun and like basically like his mom came in and found him found like the dad and then he just like shot and killed her because he had grabbed the
Wait,
gun because he was like
he
scared.
stabbed and then stabbed dad and then shot mom.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah, because like both of his parents were abusive and was I guess like scared that whenever his mom found his dad's body that she was gonna like fucking kill him too. So he like shot and killed his mom. Yeah, it was pretty fucked up, but that kid in 6th grade, he had got sent to like the principal's office in our art class, and like before he left, he fucking started like he grabbed this bucket of scissors and started chucking scissors across the room like at the art teacher. And there was like other kids there that were
Whoa.
like sitting there, and I fucking tackled that kid and like held him down until like the principal like came to the room to like get him. Yeah, he was a pretty fucked up kid.
Why is it that, like, the more violent kids, instead of getting, like, the help that they clearly need and deserve, they end up being the kid who, like, people just... they're like vultures about it. Like, they're like waiting for them to do something crazy. Like, oh, that kid's crazy. They're gonna do something crazy. That kid... Everybody get out your cell phones, fucking record that shit. And then you have somebody like you, like, no, I'm not just gonna, like, be a vulture. I'm gonna actually, like, do something about it. Because, like, the same kind of shit was happening in my school, and I was actually a violent child, and I think people knew, like, remembered that about me, that I had clear anger issues. Like, I literally glued a girl to her chair one time because she sneezed on me. I'm not
Don't
super
fucking
proud of that.
sneeze on me.
Yeah, so, like, it's like super glued her to her chair. It's like not a sane reaction. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, we also had this game in 6th grade that we came up with that we got to play for like 2 weeks before the principal came to like each classroom. and gave detention. But it was we came up with this game where you would take you remember like paper like hornets, like things that you would like shoot out of rubber bands? Did you guys ever do
No.
that?
No, I don't remember
Okay,
that.
well, so you basically take a little piece of paper and you'd fold it, and it could like, bend in half. And then you would take that piece of paper and you would like staple it around like your belt loops on like jeans. And then like the thing was that like if you saw they were like little loops. They were like little loops of paper that you would like staple to your jeans. And whenever it first started, the rule was that like you would have one. You would have one on your jeans. And then like if you saw somebody else in like the hallway or something and they had one of those loops on their jeans, you both would just fucking like tackle each other and like fight each other and try to get their loop off. And then if you got their loop off, you could put it onto
Oh.
your belt loop, and then they would have to like make another one and like try. And so
What
like at
about
first there
Sorry,
wasn't
what
like a
about the
whole lot.
one where you tie balloons to your ankles and then you stomp on each other's balloons? Is that kind of what it's like?
um I haven't, maybe I've heard of that, but I don't know exactly. But I mean, it kind of makes sense. Yeah, only it was like it was like Fight Club shit, right? Like um it was like you would tackle them, you would start like punching them in the face to like make them not like be able to react to you like trying to rip off their belt loop. Um and so like yeah, it was like the first week I got in it at like the very end of the first week. Um and um it was like the first few days it was like, wow, that's weird, we've had like a fight every single day, like that's kind of weird. And then by the end of the first week it was like, oh, there's like a couple fights going on every day, and now I knew what it was and I was playing it too. And then the next week it was literally like every single like time that the bell rang and like you went out of class to like go to your next class, like there would be like 5, 6 fights going on in the hallway like at the same time, and like the teachers couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on, and then it took them that whole week to like figure out what was going on. And then yeah, the principal came room to room, was making all the boys line up, and then like checking their jeans to like see if they had the loops on their belt loops. And yeah, but like literally after like the first class, like 7 kids got detention for it, because then like literally after the very first classroom, like texts were going out like, hey, the principal's coming, like ditch your loops. And so like we're just all like in class and we're just fucking like taking off these loops and like chucking them, like getting rid of them. Uh so yeah, but it was crazy.
Sounds really, really crazy, actually, and scary.
Yeah.
It reminds me of how aggressively we would stomp on each other's balloons in chapel. This was in chapel at Bible camp. Like, there's no reason why we should have had balloon stomping fight clubs going on in there, but we did. And we were just like, let me stomp your fucking balloon, bitch. I need to stomp your balloon. And then, oh my god, we had these bubble gum blowing competitions that would get really heated. We had to use the shittiest gum too. Like that gum that you would get like at the concession stands at like soccer, and like you could basically trade in like a can of pop for this like shit piece of gum. Like you know what gum I'm talking about. It's like the most shit gum. Um,
Yeah.
Still tasted good though. But so we would have to blow a bubble with one piece of gum, and it was like, ooh, such a challenge, because like barely anybody can like actually blow a bubble with the one piece of gum, right? So yeah, it was pretty
Wow.
traumatizing actually. It's like a thing of nightmares. Now that I and then
Yeah.
right after that we got to do puppet shows, balloon stomping. Like what the oh my god, those games, like who and then also rock climbing, traumatizing for me. I'm super scared of heights. I didn't want to do that. And then another traumatizing thing at Bible camp was water biking. Uh, Water biking on a fucking wavy ass lake. Not easy. No.
Do you remember, yeah, I remember like Bible camp sort of shenanigans. And I remember one time there was like a relay race sort of thing, but you'd like have to like you had to like
Like thinking back at it, do
run.
you think that they purposely made it as traumatizing as they could?
Well, I think they like maybe in some ways they like I feel like they really want you to remember those days, you know? Because then it's
But
like, oh,
they
whenever they're
made
an
it as
adult, they'll think of
traumatizing
this
as no,
moment
no. Like,
and it'll
hear
make
me out.
them want
Hear
to
me
be
out.
Christian.
They literally made it as traumatizing as they could. No, they did. I know they did. The counselors were in on it. Everybody knew. They literally had a cabin called the Rat Cabin. If you were bad, no, I'm not even kidding. You had to stay alone in a cabin that was infested with rats.
God, what the fuck?
I'm not even kidding. It was really bad. It was, and there was like a creepy like lagoon that was full of like sewage and stuff, and people were like going in it for whatever reason, for fun. I don't know. That was gross.
Yeah, whenever I was a kid, I me and my cousin were playing airsoft and it was winter. It was right after Christmas and at my grandparents' farm and we
Ooh,
fell
wait, your
into
grandparents
like
had a farm? Ew.
I know, I told you.
But wait,
I
what
told
animals
you
did they have?
before. They had cows and pigs.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember. Oh my god, ew.
Although they only had pigs whenever I was like super young. They quit raising pigs by the time I was probably like 6. Um,
Oh my god.
and
Your
but
grandparents
yeah,
are like evil, evil people. Oh my god.
I know, Taryn. Okay, I know.
Are we allowed to
Leave
hate
me
them?
alone.
Can I hate them? Am I allowed to hate them?
You can hate them. I I can't. I can hate things that they did, but I can't hate them. Um,
What are you talking about, Christian? They fucking traumatized you. They fucking killed baby defenseless animals and sacrificed them to Satan.
yeah. Well,
What
but
were they thinking?
anyways,
Why did they do that? No, like I need to know. Why the fuck did they do that?
I don't know.
They traumatized you. Fuck them.
But yeah, I we fell into the frozen lagoon as kids. Well, not like kids. I was probably like 12, 13. Yeah, I fell into a frozen pig lagoon that like hadn't been used in like 7 years, and I don't know how I didn't fucking die of disease.
Oh my god. Oh my god. My family who are farmers, disgusting farmers. They have like goats and stuff. Oh my god, they're fucking psychotic. So fucking psychotic and disgusting. They live in Alberta. Um, Thankfully, like far away from me. But so they had a kid who would be like in his 30s now, but when he was a kid, fucking ran him over with a tractor.
Wait, they ran over your uncle in a
They killed
tractor?
his no, he was like my second cousin. They fucking ran him over with a fucking tractor and killed him on accident, right? But I mean, holy shit, like
What the
these
fuck?
people are so fucking psycho though because they farm all these animals and they go to rodeos and shit. Even after it happened to their son, they like even though it's an accident, right? It's a tragic. You would think maybe they would stop, with all the farming and shit. No, they never stopped. They never will. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to talk about a real traumatizing moment as a kid? My aunt made me go to a rodeo, and
Oh my god, ew, yeah. I've been forced to go to
yeah,
rodeos too. It's and they
and
even forced me to sit on horses and shit. I never wanted to.
yeah,
I
that's
remember being like, I literally don't want to.
um, I literally this is exactly what I remember it clear as day. It was like so my cousin who was a little bit older than me was doing like the youngest level of like bull riding where they would like put you on like a very young bull. Um, and my aunt to like have me feel included, even though I didn't want to do it. I didn't even want to go to a rodeo, right? Like I was just kind of, I mean, as a kid, like I didn't really care, but I was also just like
When you were a kid, did you
I didn't want to
know
do that.
from maybe like you like your parents took you a lot of places, like maybe like mine, like I remember going to zoos, like wildlife parks, which is basically just a zoo in somebody's yard, right? Um, petting zoos, which is just kind of the same thing as like they're basically all the same thing, right? It's abuse. So and
Hmm.
also like being taken to people's family farms to see the animals, aka the victims. And also, I had experience going to actual sanctuaries, like with llamas and stuff. And so I knew the
Wait, did you
difference
say
at
llamas?
llamas.
Okay.
Yeah, llamas. They're cute, right? Um,
Llamas? Do you guys call them llamas in Canada? Is that a real thing?
yeah.
There's no llamas.
Shut up.
Okay.
Well, I knew the difference. I knew that there were sanctuaries, that there were zoos and farms and everything, and also circuses. I literally went to circuses in SeaWorld where they had these killer whales being enslaved, and so like it really stuck in my head that I had been to these llama sanctuaries before. So like I knew that sanctuaries existed, so I would always ask my parents, "Can we go to the llama sanctuary instead?" And then I think I
Yeah.
already told you guys this story. So like they knew I was obsessed with llamas. I always wanted to go to the llama sanctuary because it was really close to my great grandma's house. And we always went and visited them because my great grandma and my great great grandma they all lived in this on the same property next to the llama sanctuary. Um, so then I guess my stepdad, super fucking psychotic, thought it would be really funny to make me eat a llama. Um, deserves to get fucked up for doing that. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's really fucked.
But the
I
moral
never
of the
went to
story
any.
is I want to know how many people as kids knew the difference and like would ask their parents like to go to sanctuary instead of all these other places and were told no by their parents and also fed the sanctuary animals. Well, not, the ones on the sanctuary, but
Yeah, I remember when my grandma tricked me into eating a frog.
what is wrong with these people? Who does that? I bet your grandma knew that you probably like you loved frogs or something, right? Like who
Yeah,
doesn't love frogs, right? And then I bet she thought it was really fucking funny, didn't she?
yeah.
Like that's so psychotic. How can you do that to children? Like what is the point? So that you can make yourself feel better about yourself?
Yeah, that's fucked up. My parents never did um anything like that. And I didn't know what a sanctuary was until pretty early into going vegan because like I agreed that zoos were really fucked up, but then I was like, "Oh, but like I had a dumb argument of like, "Oh, but like it's educational for children and could inspire them to be biologists. And then somebody told me what a sanctuary was, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Yeah, that's like a much better idea than like having a kid go to a zoo. To like have them go to a sanctuary, and that can like still inspire them to be interested in like biology and animals and things like that, you know. So yeah, but I didn't know what a sanctuary really was. And then yeah, as far as like I went to like one circus, but it wasn't that. It was like there was no animals. It was like clowns, and then they like rode like the dirt bikes and like that metal cage thing or whatever. Um, but yeah, my most messed up memory of stuff like that was whenever I went to that rodeo, and then like my aunt like forced me to sign up for like it was like it was supposed to be like a bull ride thing, but it's for even younger kids, and they like ride lambs. Um, and I remember I was like back before like I remember this all so vividly. It's like late at night, and like I'm literally like sitting there petting the lamb because
Huh?
it's cute, and then the fuck like this guy, this like grown man, like picks me up and like puts me on the back of this
The
lamb,
fuck?
and
Oh my god.
I turned around on the lamb because I was asking the guy, I wanted to ask the guy like what's going on. I was like, why am I up on the lamb? And I like turned around on the lamb, and then they opened the gate like, and I was like backwards, and like I fell off before like the lamb even like as the lamb was leaving the gates, like the lamb just runs out and there's like no kid on it, and like I don't know, it's just it was like I was so embarrassed, but I like also I was like I didn't want to do it. That like I was just petting this lamb, and then some grown ass man like picked me up and put me on top of the fucking lamb. Like what the fuck?
Sir, can
And
you not do that?
yeah, and I turned around to be like, dude, what the fuck? Like, like 6-year-old me is like, dude, what's going on? And then like I just instantly fell out of this lamb. And then like they were like,
Oh my
hey,
god,
do you like
no.
want to try again? And I was like, no. I remember I told them no. And my aunt like didn't make like she was like, okay, yeah, he doesn't have to
He
do it if
doesn't
he
want to
doesn't
try
want to.
again.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell, no. I want to get up on that lamb again. What the fuck?
No, I don't.
And he's so embarrassing too. And it's like I'm not embarrassed now because it's like, yeah, who the fuck cares about a bunch of fucking like disgusting ass redneck fucking hicks being like, oh, wow, what a lame kid for not being able to fucking sit on a lamb, not being able to break a lamb's back. Like, but I was so embarrassed at the time because it was like I didn't know what was going on, and like there's like hundreds of people like watching this, probably like 1,000 people watching this like opening, and then fucking like could you imagine? And then just like this lamb, like you're expecting some little cute kid to be like riding on a lamb, and then it's just like a lamb fucking walks out of a gate, like before the timer even starts. I was off. I don't know. Yeah, thanks for laughing at my pain. No, I'm kidding. I think it's pretty funny too.
No, it's fucking hilarious, but it's also really traumatizing and sad, so I'm confused. I'm like laughing and crying. Uh, I feel like that's a very traumatizing memory, but also you have to understand the way you're telling these stories. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Christian's a funny guy.
Riding lambs. Like, I didn't think that anybody try that.
Okay, yeah, I was taking a piss, but yeah, it's like a
Why
thing
didn't
at
you let me
rodeos
hear? Why didn't you let me hear, Christian?
because Clem's here. There's ladies here, okay? Taryn,
I'm not
Aha,
eliminating.
got her. But yeah, there's like it's like a thing at rodeos. It's for like really, really young kids.
to
Like I said, I
traumatize
think you have to
children,
be
right?
like, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Fucking traumatize them as hard as you can so that they feel peer pressure to like keep doing it. Oh my god.
And
Have you
something I
ever
didn't
seen that
realize.
one video about at a rodeo, and these teenagers were like sitting on the donkey? There's video of this, and they were hitting the donkey. Just kept doing that, and there was like this huge negative reaction. Obviously, it was like all over Twitter. These fucking teenagers were just fucking kicking and hitting the donkey while somebody was sitting on the donkey, and the donkey straight up looked like it was crying. He was like he was fucking crying.
Yeah. Yeah,
Don't
it's fucked up.
understand. I don't understand how you ever just like when you think about rodeos in general, like the fact that you're trying to obviously break the spirit of the animal, and make it into a show, right? It's like it's just a show. Calm down. Like, why do you care? What do you mean? The whole point is to uh, like desensitize children to animal abuse. Um, we've already gotten rid of circuses and sea worlds. Why not get rid of rodeos too? Oh, I remember. It's because people are scared. A lot of people are scared of these fucking rednecks because they all have threatened people who speak up against this stuff with guns. So yeah, it makes sense. But what about when the law is on our side? What are they gonna do? Go and try and have their rodeos on the side of the road somewhere random in the middle of nowhere and try and uh, I keep getting away with it? No, like they're gonna have to stop and they're gonna get shut down. It's just like when is that gonna happen? Because they're already banning them in California. So
Hi
I don't know. Like,
guys,
hi.
Yeah.
how are you guys doing?
Oh, hey. Oh,
What's up?
fuck. Not
Are you from
much.
the
What are you up to?
politics server? Where do you come from?
Me?
I feel like I recognize your voice from the politics server.
No, I'm not from the politics server. I'm not in that server. I was many
Where
moons ago, but not recently.
Where are you from nowadays?
Oh, I live in the UK.
How'd you find? Well, yeah, I meant like how'd you find out about this place?
Oh, I just heard that there was
Guys,
some new like vegan world server, and I guess that's what this one's called. So
yeah,
Hmm.
SD is the owner of the slaughterhouse.
oh yeah,
This
if
one.
if you
Uh,
if you meant which server, then yeah, that's one of my servers. Yeah.
you own a server
okay.
called the Slaughterhouse?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a place for a bunch of people that are anti-vegan
that's not true actually.
to hang out. Oh,
That's not what it is.
It is true.
What is it?
what is it?
It,
It's called
well,
the slaughterhouse so that like
it's very
go on.
biased against vegans.
No, that's not true either. It's not. We have like
Oh, well, what is
vegan
it?
mods, so that's not true.
Clem, let SD tell me what is the place for? What does it
It's
do?
funny because Clem is a member of my server. She's been in and out over the last couple of years, and she actually copied my rules when she wanted to make her own server, failing to realise that the links wouldn't work. So I don't know why Clem is on about this, but the slaughterhouse. No, it's not. It's
No,
not an
you know what?
anti-vegan server at all.
I don't understand why you join vegan servers if you're not willing to change your opinions.
Well, why do you join what you perceive to be a non-vegan server if you're not willing to change your opinion?
Because I'm not
Fuck,
on the
dude.
wrong side.
Oh, and who decides which one's the wrong side? You or me?
Obviously on the wrong side of history if you would just accept that the help that people are trying to give you, all you really have is
Well,
your indoctrinated brain, your brainwashed brain, that's actually not working properly. So why don't you just accept the help that we're trying to give you?
okay, go on and give me your help, right? But I'm not gonna listen to Clem because like she's just saying ridiculous shit. I'll listen to you.
I mean, I don't think Clem's saying anything ridiculous. That's kind of like a sentiment I've heard reverberated throughout the vegan Discord community. That the slaughterhouse is basically just a place for a bunch of anti-vegans to
Well, you may have heard
sort of
that. I'm not denying that
band
that's what you've
together.
heard. It's just not the
Yeah.
case, though.
Well,
If you wanna
What's
believe untrue things about the server, I can't stop you from doing that. But
I mean,
it's
I
not the
don't know. Don't
case.
don't you think the name that like something like Slaughterhouse
No,
kind of
I was
seems like
about
what
to
it would do?
explain the name of the server before Clem rudely interrupted. Right? It's not like I get it that it has like a way in which you might associate that with something non-vegan. Of course, that's going to be the case, right? But the slaughterhouse is just like a debate server. It wouldn't really matter what you were debating. It's just that it's a server where you're allowed to say what you think, without getting banned. So I guess like you might call it an NSFW server or something like that.
Wait, how come Dreamweaver?
I'm sorry, what?
How come Dreamweaver was banned?
You're actually breaking up for me, so I couldn't understand
I
that.
think she was saying how come Dreamweaver was banned, maybe?
Yeah,
Dreamweaver? Oh,
yeah, he's been banned.
I can't remember. That was years ago. It was something to do with Sarah. So you guys will probably know who Sarah was if you know who Dreamweaver was. I remember them getting banned. I'm not denying it, but I don't remember the details of that. I'm afraid.
Okay, so do you know why I made this server? Did anybody tell you?
Uh, I think it was something to do with like the original Vegan World server. You felt that it should be like more engaged in activism than it is. Was it something like that?
Well, yeah, I feel like there should be no like uplifting the voices and platforming the voices of like grown men who are talking about prostitution, normalizing prostitution to children. That's something that did happen and I exposed. And so that's why I was actually like banned. I mean, they made it so I can only go into like one VC and basically just talk to myself. And
Uh,
I was only there to do like activism in regards to like educating people about veganism, and I thought that's what the whole point of the server was. But come to find out, it's actually about intersectional veganism, which is fake veganism. So the people who created that server and who are leading, like not actually leading that server, are intersectional fake vegan activists. They might appear to be doing vegan education and activism at times, but it's also a very watered down apologetic way of doing it. So are good activists in there. It's just there's very few of them, and they do get banned for speaking out against this specifically this one grown man named Zenith, who goes around saying like stop misgendering me, even though he's a grown man in his 40s.
that
Yeah, they're
name
protect.
sounds familiar, actually. I don't know if they
He
in one of
is
my
the
servers.
owner of like multiple vegan servers, and go against
I don't
him,
know.
he will get everyone that he can against you. And so they made a server called Taryn World, which is dedicated to basically harassing and hating me, and ratio me, whatever the fuck that means.
Like on YouTube.
It's here on Discord. It's called Taryn World.
Yeah, but no, the ratio thing. I mean, like I understand what that means on YouTube, but on Discord, I don't know unless you've got a server that's like um, being reviewed or something.
It's funny to say that they're ratioing me because more people are joining their server than mine. But I mean, it's not surprising
Oh,
that there's
that's what they
more.
mean. Okay, yeah, that's just trivial. Nobody's gonna care about that.
Wait, so SD, I'm assuming from running like the slaughterhouse, like you've heard the vegan argument before and stuff. So like, why aren't you vegan?
The vegan argument? What's the vegan
Huh?
argument?
Well, like we should like give animals rights because they're worthy of moral consideration.
Yeah, I agree with
Basic
that.
rights and freedoms, like to just not be fucked with, don't rape them, don't enslave them, don't make them put on shows, don't do tests on them, like just either leave them the fuck alone or give them a sanctuary.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Okay.
apart from the leave them the fuck alone thing, I agree with everything else that was said, and I've never said anything
Do
different to
not
that.
leave them the fuck alone unless they actually pose a threat to you, right? So like
Yeah, I was
a
gonna say
kimono
something
a
like
kimono
that.
dragon example for example, a kimono dragon is like about to eat you. Then yeah, protect yourself.
Yeah, sure. That's what I
It's,
mean. Like, it was only the last point. Like, everything that came before that, I fully agree with. Like, I don't know why you guys are mad
so
at me.
you
Oh, how do we
so
not?
you
Well,
are
now you
vegan?
have to tell me how we don't agree when I say leave them the fuck alone unless they're about to like actually be a threat to you, right? So like, do you or do you not agree with that? So then you would have to be vegan.
Well, that isn't gonna follow, but, like, I don't know why you're being, like,
Why
aggressive.
would you fuck with them if you don't have to, right? Why would you fuck with them? Now you have to tell me why.
Well, it depends what you mean by fuck with them. Like, so if I have a grasshopper in my
Like kill
house,
them?
like, I can fuck with it by taking it back outside. Like, is that fucking with it?
Taking it back outside. What does that mean?
It means it was outside on the lawn. It came in because I had my door open, so I put it
Hey,
back outside.
don't.
Is
No,
that
we're
fucking
not.
with it?
No, we're not playing these little fucking word games. You know what fucking with somebody means. I'm not playing
I
your
don't
little
know what
fucking
you
game.
mean by
I will
it.
ban you from this server
I know
so
you. I
fast.
know you're gonna ban me. It's fine. I knew that before I came in, but I'm just asking you a simple question. Is it fucking with a grasshopper to put it back outside? Okay, there you go. I got banned. What a surprise. Deary me. I was thinking about not uploading this because I thought maybe it would go okay. I guess not. Now it's getting uploaded. So, here we go. Thanks for listening, peeps.